wind beyond the hills. Old Thomas lived at the edge of the village in a house built from the bones of fallen trees and memories too quiet to name. They called him the Gatherer, for he collected stories like others collect coins, slipping them into jars, drawers, and the soft folds of his mind. He had seen many leave, lovers, brothers, friends who once danced barefoot in the moonlight. And now, nearing the end of his own path, he sat each evening on the hill behind his home, watching the wind stir the grass like a hand searching through time. But what haunted Thomas was not death, it was the after. What happens when the breath stills, when the heart folds its last note? Where do the songs go when the singers fall silent? He asked the priest who spoke of judgment. He asked the poet who spoke of stars. He asked the doctor who said nothing, but touched his shoulder with tenderness. Still, none of it settled his soul. Until one night, after the sky had spilled its ink across the world, Thomas dreamed of the sea, though he had never seen it. In the dream, a wave carried him gently through a door made of light, not fire. There were no faces, no gates, no thrones, only wind, warm, familiar, and full of voices he had once loved. He woke with tears on his cheeks, not of sorrow, but of recognition. That morning, he did something he hadn't done in years. He took every story he'd written, notes scribbled on napkins, stitched into blankets, etched onto driftwood, and placed them in a basket. Then one by one, he tied each to a kite. Children came to watch. He gave them string and said, "Let them fly." And as the kites rose, red, yellow, tattered, the stories soared with them, dancing high above the hills like souls finding their sky. Thomas stood beneath them, hand over his chest, and said aloud, "I no longer need to know where we go. It is enough to trust that we return to the wind." Then he sat in his chair, closed his eyes, and listened, not for answers, but for the peace carried gently through the grass. The wind never says where it goes, only that it goes on. In the next story, we return to the path, not to arrive, but to walk it with purpose. Click the card and continue the journey.